Hello, welcome to this episode of Ruby on the Outside. We left off on page 90. We're getting through it. All right. Maybe a year older, like around 12. I learned about everything, and let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. I can see Matu sitting in one of the regular seats by the door, waiting our turn to show our papers, show my birth certificate, empty our pockets, sign the papers, and begin the process all over again, for the 100th time or more. Doesn't matter if you've been here once or a million times, it's the same every time. What? I asked Rebecca. What isn't pretty? Well, let's just say criminal justice is an oxymoron. I had no idea what she meant by that, but I could tell she was angry. But I knew better than to ask. Tevin talked, but most kids didn't. And you never ask. We just don't talk like that in the children's center. Nobody says stuff like, what did your mother do? Do you think she's guilty? Do you think she did it? Or if she did it, do you think she deserves this? I never thought like that. Why would I? I can't change it. Matu says the past is the past. What good does going over it do? What good is talking about it? So are you glad you found out? I asked Rebecca. She got quiet for a bit. She didn't answer me, but I could tell whatever she found out wasn't what she thought it was going to be. Let's just say that conversation with Rebecca didn't exactly inspire me to want to run home and do the same thing, at least not that day. But after Margaret went home, stuffed on Edmonds, I stay up in bed to work on my story, our story. I touch my pencil to the paper at least 5 times before I realize I can't think of anything to write or draw. Margaret and I are both supposed to write a whole new elf chapter before camp tomorrow, but I am stuck. Is this what they call writer's block? I can't even think of a name for my character. I have the story notebook propped up on my knees under the covers, all cozy for the night. My teeth are brushed, the house is quiet. Under the green grass, I begin. No, not under the grass. You can't be under grass, can you? Deep in the dark woods, Edgar an elf makes his journey. Edgar the elf is stupid. I don't like that, so I erase it. Peter the elf. Nah. Josh the elf? Josh? Josh Tips. Why is that name stuck in my head? Glens Falls? Why does that come into my head? Saratoga? Glens Falls, Saratoga. Josh Tips. I can't write. My brain won't let me think about anything else. I look over at my computer on my desk. It's off for the night. Our computer teacher at school says it's better to just leave it on, sleeping, but Matu can't stand leaving anything on. She unplugs the microwave when we are not using it. She even turns the router off at night, so computer waves can't penetrate our brains while we are sleeping. But sometimes she forgets. I slip off my bed and into my desk chair. The computer hums to life when I press the power button. If the Wi-Fi is still on, the internet availability icon will show full access. It takes a while for everything to boot up and come flying onto my screen in bits and pieces. The internet is working. I open Safari, type my mother's name and Josh Tips into the search box, and while the little icon loops and circles, I hold my breath.